Hey, word on the street, nigga, Kris is a suspect.
It's the boy Kris Strange. Now you know we're watching some more of these 10 fake masters officially getting destroyed by real fighters. Fake MMA, fake fighters from TOP. Let's get it in. Alright, let's go.
Do you see a lot of martial arts movies where they throw a person away with just a slight touch and sometimes without even touching? But all of this craziness is done in movies only. Some maniacs bring it to the next level, meaning they do it in the real world and have real-time students. But since they don't have real skills, so they just fake it. So let's start the list of fakers. Number 10, getting destroyed by a student. All of the above fakers were destroyed by real fighters, whether they were MMA or boxers, but this legendary master was knocked out by just a student. The match was in this large hall where this Baiji Quan master challenged this MMA student to show off he's great. As the match started, the MMA student threw a series of punches at the faker, but the faker's mind was occupied by something else. He was busy making himself look awesome and fashioned like in the movies. The master didn't even try to block all the incoming strikes. He never thought what his students will think about him after getting beat up like this. I'm sure his career as a master ended by the end of this match. Number 9, the Punisher. When some fighters just fight to bring the victory home, some fighters do it to teach a lesson. Let's take this clip as an example. Just not to get confused, the guy in white is the Jew.
Hold on. This is the Royce Gracie. Oh, see, it said right there versus a Kung Fu master. I remember seeing this like 15 years ago, bro. You already know what's gonna happen.
Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, while the other is the Trickster. The master had some
Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. He's the I don't want to say the god, but like one of the founding fathers. The most. He's like. What's a good analogy? I'm gonna just say like George Washington of jiu-jitsu, like the first president.
some kind of skills, but he was not good as the fighter, and the fighter was well aware of it. Despite the kicks and punches, the fighter easily takes him to the ground and starts punishing him. Then he grapples with him a little, while the master couldn't do anything but failed attempts to survive.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna just add this in there, bro. If you take like 2 weeks of jiu-jitsu, you'll be able to pretty much choke out and armbar anybody that doesn't know jiu-jitsu. And the further you go, the more confident you will get.
The fighter was just toying with him all the time. In this whole match, he had a lot of opportunities to knock out the master, but he was inspired by Marvel's Punisher and wanted to teach this man a real lesson that will haunt him throughout his life. Number 8, the Dumb Kung Fu Master. Here comes an amazing Kung Fu master who doesn't even know how to land a punch or counter it.
Oh my god.
As the match starts, they brawl while the fighter successfully lands 2 quick hooks and drops him to the ground. On the second try, the master gets up like nothing has happened and gets ready for the fight. But then again,
I'll
he
give
gets
him some
destroyed
credit
by the fighter
at
with
least,
a quick hook.
dang,
While in the third try, his reputation gets destroyed by the real fighter. They both try to kick each other, but fail. Still, the fighter throws 2 punches to his face and completely knocks him out.
If you ever see somebody get knocked out and they go stiff like that, you're witnessing someone who just received a severe amount of brain damage, and he's not going to be the same after that. Just to let y'all know, every time you see a boxer get knocked out and they go stiff, that is like stage 2 brain damage. And the next stage you could die. So just keep that in mind when you see somebody get knocked out.
Hilarious. I hope that wouldn't have hurt them.
It's concussion. Then that level, when you get stiffened out, that's level 2. That's like you almost died, bro. And level 3 is like you die or you come out and you're level 2 already makes you different in the brain. Level 3, you might come out special ed, bro.
that much. It's such a shame that these clowns are followed by their dumb students and become popular faces of social media.
They're like cult leaders.
Number 7. The Aged Master. Today's kids might be intelligent, but these kids will always lack experience.
Let me punch him in
Experience
his
is something
his
that
stomach.
can
I
be
bet I'll
achieved
fold
through
him.
practice
I
and
hit him right in his
dedication.
liver.
Here we have this aged kung fu master who looks a lot
But I know what I'm
experienced,
doing though.
but what
so I
appears
can't
is not always the truth. Just look how he changes the stances like a pro
And I'm
fighter,
way bigger
but
than
it
that.
is just appearance. At first,
Oh
he tried to
wow.
kick the MMA
Oh
fighter,
my God.
but
He's
fell
all
in the ring.
wow.
Then he starts punching the fighter, but he successfully dodges
Power.
all of the attacks. Then the fighter kicks in and throws a few punches here and there, but the master dodges some of them successfully. In the showdown, the fighter strikes a few punches hard and
Oh,
completely
there goes the liver.
knocks out the
Right
master.
above the right below the rib cage.
Number 6. The Tai Chi Master. To prove that this fake Tai Chi master is worth it, he challenged a Muay Thai practitioner who was
Muay Thai,
liver-driven.
AI, Muay
The
Thai.
fighter first lands a kick, but the faker gets away with it.
Look at this
Then the
stance.
fighter
It's
starts
ridiculous.
punching him. The
What are you
most
doing?
hilarious and
What's that
dumb
gonna
part
do?
of the fight is that
Oh,
all
he
this
walked
time,
into that
the
one.
Tai Chi master was not trying to block the strikes, but was trying to catch the strikes out of thin air. But all this effort was not
You
worth
can
it.
catch
Soon,
punches
he was
if
taken to the
you
ground.
have the
In
skill
the
to
second
do that.
round, the fake master
And if
successfully
the person
dodges
is
upcoming strikes because he won't
slow
move his
enough,
hands from the head. But the fighter catches up to him
would not
and
recommend it.
delivers an insane kick
Oh, gee.
and knocks him on the ground.
Brain scrambled. Boom.
Number 5. The $5,000 Challenge.
This
Here
first
we
oh,
have an
oh
amazing
yeah, I
fight
remember
between
this
a
one.
legitimate fake master versus an
Okay.
MMA fighter.
Okay, so this dude right here, this video's on the internet of him like taking on like a whole classroom of people, and then went to his head so much he's like, bro, I got 5,000 on it. If anybody could whoop me, this dude's like 80, bro. He really believed this. Watch what happens.
To show off to his students, he challenged the MMA fighter Tsuyoki Yakuza for $5,000. In the first round, the fighter just tries to dodge his attacks, but as soon as he realizes he's fake, he jumps on him. On the second try, he immediately delivers a series of punches and kicks to his face and knocks him on the ground. At the end of the match, he was not even embarrassed in front of his students, but also had to give the MMA fighter a large sum of money. Number 4. Another cool trickster. Here we have another trickster trying to be awesome and cool in front of his students. He went to an MMA gym and challenged Morrison Butler, an MMA fighter. As the match started, the fighter delivered some low kicks, but just like the others, he was so spent on show-off than the fight. Soon they grapple, and the fighter lands him on the ground, delivering numerous punches to his face, teaching him a hard lesson. I don't know what was the master even thinking.
He
started the fight, he wanted to
crazy.
teach him a lesson, but he didn't even land a single hook. The background story behind this fight was that he was offended by this MMA fighter after his student lost the match thanks to his bad advice. Number 3. One of the best Wing Chun masters.
Mental illness.
There are very few MMA
that's that guy.
fighters
That's
who
that
are
boy
on the
right there.
verge of exposing these
That
fake
boy, that
masters.
Isuka Dong, bro. This guy goes around China whooping up on them fake Chinese masters, and then China martial arts is like religion to them. So you're essentially going around the equivalent of beating up priests and stuff. So he has like a low social rating. So they don't even like let him like travel to certain places.
One of them is Isuka Dong, who recently visited China to clear it from all the fakers. The match was between Isuka Dong and
Yo, this dude has he has matches like this, like 20 of them on the internet. He just one of them he did one arm behind his back and still whooped him. Or yeah, I think that was him, but it doesn't. Whatever, you get it.
reputable Chinese Wing Chun master.
Wing
the fake
Chun.
master
No
was
power.
so furious
No
in
power.
knocking him out, but all of the efforts were unsuccessful
Look at him,
as
he's
the
like,
MMA fighter was holding
Wait.
back. On the first go, the master was furious to knock out the opponent, while on the second go, the fighter came into action and delivered numerous punches and kicks to his face. Soon, he was knocked out by the MMA fighter.
Oh,
Just
bully.
look at the easy win of the fighter. It made me believe that most of the Wing Chun masters are
Most.
legitimately fake, because
All
this
of them.
guy was one of the most famous Wing Chun masters. Number 2,
Didn't even show the whole
another
thing.
victory for Isuka Dong. The next brawl is between Isuka
see, look,
Dong
he
and the 54-year-old
Go around
master.
trying to
He's
beat
excited to
these
get his
boys
hands on the
up.
victory so that he can
God,
prove
these
that he
dudes
is
built.
a real
It's like
master.
60.
At the start of the match, the fighter wasn't even defending himself, while the master saw a great opportunity to win over. There was a time in the match where Isuka Dong even let him punch him in the face,
Yeah, boys.
but he soon got bored of the fight and knocked him out of the ring with just a single kick to his head. Ksu is doing an amazing job in kicking these fakers who fool their students. Number 1, Clown Master of all time. Now is the showtime for one of the most underrated
There you go.
macho
This is what I was
clowns
talking
getting
about where he's
beat up
fighting
by a
about
real
one
fighter.
behind his back.
This macho man is going to fight
Yeah,
against this feverish boxer, but the boxer will only be using his right hand to do all the chores.
Left hand.
The match starts with the counter-punching and blocking. At this point, both of them look furious and are ready to take each other. But Macho's breakneck is nothing compared to this legendary fighter. And finally, the match ends with a quick right hook to his jaw. I wonder how he was able to defend himself with a single hand. It takes effort and skills.
If you got head
What kind
movement,
of
that's like
competition
a
is
hand,
anyway?
bro.
The Macho Man with the full strength and no limits, while the boxer
These no skill masters. I'm using air quotes. You can't see me.
restricted to use his one hand? But this fight shows that no matter how much you fake it, you are never going to make it. Martial art is not something that can be faked. At some point in your life, you'll be forced to put your skills on the platter. This was all of the fake clowns who only teach to earn money and are never engaged in real fights. Now don't forget to mention your thoughts about these fake macho men in the comment section down below.
Well, they're not really macho men. It's just a cultural Chinese thing. Like I said, it's like religion over there. And you know how people get when you like kind of like prove what they believe in is completely like utterly wrong. They gonna get in their feelings, man. But yeah, that's all I gotta really say about this. That's all, folks.
I'm a suspect.